Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for OSRS. Now this week we have a little bit of a patch. It does say Araxxor's CAs, Pole 82 and more. There is currently 2 issues that are still being known that have not been hotfixed. Here it is. They are aware of the issues affecting yellow clicks in some areas on the mobile client and desktop official clients. So please be careful when doing dangerous activities, as some of these are affected, and that is currently being investigated. As well as that, Perfect Araxxor 2 failure notification isn't working for fails during the normal part of the kill for any fail condition, so that is currently being investigated as well. The 2 that were hotfixed are that the issue of the Elven Crystal chest giving 2 crystal acorns instead of the minimum of 4, and Bounty Hunter Vesta's longsword cannot be used to kill barricades in Castle Wars. So those 2 have been hotfixed. Now, as far as next week goes, there is a little PSA here that says there will be no game update next week as the team is preparing for launch of Varlmore: The Rising Darkness. That doesn't mean those other 2 issues won't be hotfixed. But that is the current projection for things. However, we do have a change log for September 11th. We have Araxxor up first, with the Araxxor combat achievements have arrived, as well as a launch of Araxxor's combat achievements. They have the following: the self-damage reduction they put in last week. They are resetting the global times for Araxxor. During the Enrage phase, Araxxor can now hit himself if the player is standing on any of the underneath tiles rather than only SW. Nid and Rax pets no longer share the same bank placeholder. Some players were still able to find themselves stuck underneath Araxxor's body after killing him, so a new safety measure will automatically push players out of his hitbox. The Ring of Recoil can now be used to kill Araxxite inside the Easter egg cave, so accounts unable to equip the Noxus halberd are now able to get the Rancor color. However, you can only progress past this point if you have a Noxus halberd in your inventory. Not having the halberd will result in being teleported back to the start of the caves. On DMM worlds, Skull players can no longer enter the Araxxor arena. Pole 82, the Zerker brackets defense level has been adjusted to 50 in Last Man Standing. Perilous moons that have been added to the Zerker bracket in the Last Man Standing and will drop as a full set, weapons and armor together. Blighted supplies can now be used in the Clan Wars, Soul Wars, and Castle Wars. Bounty Hunter rewards can also be used in Clan Wars, Soul Wars, and Castle Wars. The Crystal Shard rate buff, so they reviewed the Crystal Shard resources and implemented some notable buffs. Other changes consist of the worms are once again visible in the Slayer log. They replanted some of the missing tree trunks in the Khazari jungle. Restored Alina's missing jaw. Fixed a bug where the live implings could be indirectly traded via imp defenders releasing them. And then we head into PvP Rota, which is going to period B, so 560 UK, PvP 319 US Bounty Hunter, 579 US High Risk PvP, 561 UK Free to Play PvP, 580 US LMS Competitive. And Worlds 390 AUS for LMS Competitive and 569 AUS for Bounty Hunter have been deactivated with this Rota, and the PvP is using these Zerker loadouts for ranked duels and tournaments this week. And that is pretty much it, guys. Yeah, there is really nothing going on. Now, I will say one more thing, though, the Crystal Shard rate buffs. So, just because, you know, obviously it was up there, but this is actually what is going on. So the Crystal Acorn, the quantity is now 28 to 32 shards, up from 14 to 16, rate is unchanged. Superior Slayer creatures, quantity 6 to 10, up from 1, rate is unchanged. Regular Gauntlet is now 5 to 9, up from 3 to 7, unchanged rate. Corrupted Gauntlet, 7 to 12, up from 5 to 9, rate is unchanged. Volcano, both the quantity and rate are unchanged. Agility Course Portals, quantity is unchanged. Rate is improved from 1 in 3 to 1 in 1, meaning you'll always receive a shard. Crystal Chest buffed the average quantity of acorns to 4 to 6, and the quantity of shards about 50%. This means you'll be able to obtain more shards on average and obtain more acorns overall, which will lead to significantly more shards if you plant them, especially with acorns also giving more shards than they used to. Slayer Dungeon quantity is now 3 to 5, up from 1. Pickpocketing, both quantity and rate are unchanged. Mining, the quantity is unchanged. Rate is improved from 1 in 65 to improved to 1 in 65 from 1 in 127. Crystal Impling is now 30 to 40 shards, up from 5 to 10, so you'll get about 2 shards on average per Impling, so rate is unchanged. Woodcutting, quantity is unchanged, but the rate is improved from 1 in 40 is improved to 1 in 40 from 1 in 80, so that's actually quite substantial. I did want to make sure to give you guys those little bit of facts right there. But that's actually it for this week, so do keep in mind next week is the new Varlmore, the Rising Darkness, and then after that we will get back into regular updates because there's no update next week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later guys.